Hi everyone, hope you're doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, yesterday, the SDP party leader Mwangi Kiunjuri had a press conference to address some of the issues that he feels are of great concern in Kenya Kwanza that can either break or make Kenya Kwanza. And some of the issues that he raised up was the issue to do with the emerging conflict, internal conflict, sibling rivalry within Kenya Kwanza, and the attention seeking during Kenya Kwanza rallies in some of the UDA members. Now, Mwangi Kiunjuri said that if these things will not be taken care of, then they could easily resort into unwanted consequences for the Kenya Kwanza, who happen to be a UDA presidential candidate in this election. And if I quote him, this is also what he said. It's very clear, when you invite me into your house, I'm your guest, and you cannot pretend that I'm not your guest. That's Mwangi Kiunjuri. And again, Mwangi Kiunjuri went further to point out that some of the principals, when they go ahead to campaign for specific candidates in UDA, they are just of hypocrite and a master of deceit for supporting isolated individuals within a coalition rally. Listen to him shortly, then after this, we will continue with this conversation.
Common sense dictates that when you're in a coalition, you need to work as a team. You cannot pretend in the day that you're in a coalition and at night you're not in a coalition. For us, those in the other level, another level, they can fight, it's okay. But I'm not allowed to do so. I cannot go to Nyandarua today and ask the people of Nyandarua to support a TSP candidate where we have a ANC, we have Ford Kenya, we have Tujibebe, we have CCK candidate. I will be a hypocrite. I will be a master of deceit. And therefore, I don't expect this to come from the principals. But those other people fighting for the seats, they are allowed to do so. Because that is a campaign strategy. Sure. They want to show that we are the people closer to Ruto than others. It's a campaign strategy. The emerging conflicts, sibling rivalry, protection of territory, and attention seeking are of concern because this could easily result into unwanted consequences for our presidential candidate within Kenya Kwanza if not well managed. Common sense dictates that when you're in a coalition, you need to work as a team. You cannot pretend in the day that you're in a coalition and at night you're not in a coalition. It is very clear, once you invite me to your home, I'm your guest, and you cannot pretend I'm not your guest. And therefore, all what you are saying, it is not, let us not pretend.
Now we are continuing with the Punchline discussion, but just a quick request. You might be watching this channel, but you're not yet subscribed. So my humble request, please consider subscribing so that any other time, once we release a video like this one, you will always get notified. Again, to all our 10 subscribers and anyone who dropped comment, I must say thank you so much for your unconditional support. Again, I'm requesting you to give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend our videos to more viewers. Back to our discussion. Now, I think Mwangi Kiunjuri is running for Laikipia Member of Parliament on SDP party ticket. If I'm wrong, someone can correct me in the comment section. But what I know and what I'm sure is that Mwangi Kiunjuri is running for a Member of Parliament seat in this election. Remember, some times back, he wanted to run for the governor seat, but President Uhuru Kenyatta prevailed upon him to drop it. Then later, alimpea kiti ya Cabinet Secretary for Agriculture. Now, from Mwangi Kiunjuri's speech, you can easily learn that what Mwangi Kiunjuri is saying is that William Ruto invited him to Kenya Kwanza as the SDP party leader. It means Mwangi Kiunjuri is simply telling us that he did not force himself to Kenya Kwanza coalition. he was simply convinced and invited by William Ruto to that coalition. So it's clear, after Ruto invited Mwangi Kiunjuri to this coalition, after all, it's like Ruto want to behave like, and his close allies, as if they are not in a coalition when they get to Mount Kenya region to campaign. And this has been evidently clear in some of their meetings in Mount Kenya. You will see them mentioning the coalition parties. And when they mention these coalition parties, you will hear them talking about UDA party, ANC party, and Ford Kenya party. We understand these are the founding members of this coalition. But Ruto will assume to mention other political parties that are in coalition with in Kenya Kwanza, who are actually coming from Mount Kenya region. Hutasikia akisema tujibebe, hutasikia akisema chama cha kazi, hutasikia akisema STP party. He don't mention. So we are wondering, what was the essence of Ruto inviting these other people into this coalition when he knew he will not embrace them in this coalition? Was it as such that Ruto was just bringing them to this coalition and then kill them even before the election? And the Mwangi Kiunjuri noise is coming at a time when we have been seeing very openly how some people in some areas, especially in Nyandarua, when Kenya Kwanza had a coalition rally there are some individuals who came out to condemn Rigathi Gachagua. Hiyo jina imenishinda. If I'm mentioning it wrongly, please just forgive me for that. Rigathi Gachagua was asked to stop from campaigning for specific individuals who are running on UDA ticket in Nyandarua County. So that means that problem is not only in Nyandarua. It is everywhere. So it's coming out clear that Ruto is focusing on campaigning for the UDA candidate in this coalition. The worst is that when you call for a coalition meeting, then in that rally, you are mentioning those people who are running only on your ticket, UDA ticket. Then you leave the other people out. So Kiunjuri is sending a clear warning to William Ruto. And my question here is, what does Kiunjuri mean by saying that if this behavior will not be stopped, then Ruto is going to face the unwanted consequences? What are these unwanted consequences? Because now seemingly this is a clear warning from Kiunjuri to William Ruto. And to call this press conference, it means Kiunjuri is seriously unhappy with what is happening. The serious consequences Kiunjuri is talking about here, in my view, could be Kiunjuri might just decide to go and work with Mother Karua. We understand joining this coalition window has closed. But what can stop from an individual moving to the other side and campaign for them? Remember, even Kenya Kwanza is just a coalition, but it's not a coalition party. So someone can easily get out of this coalition. You look at the Machakos governor, Alfred Mutua, and the Kilifi governor, Hamason King. Despite being stopping their party from moving from Azimio to Kenya Kwanza, they moved. So possibility of Mwangi Kiunjuri just deciding to walk out of William Ruto and work with Mother Karua is there. That's why he's talking about the unwanted consequences. So for those who thought that in Mount Kenya region it is going to be rosy for William Ruto, then that is not the issue there. As long as Ruto will not embrace these other political parties, they will have a way to walk out of him. And Mwangi Kiunjuri can be one of these individuals. Remember, Mwangi Kiunjuri is not alone. There are several times we have seen Tujibebe party leader William Kabogo coming out to complain, even how Ruto, on his own social media account, he was skipping his name when he was mentioning party leaders who attended a rally with him. Some time back, William Kabogo raised this. So it means William Ruto is cleverly trying to override on these other small parties in the Mount Kenya region at the expense of selling UDA party. That game might not work for William Ruto. These people can easily walk out. They still have 2 months. 2 months is too long. 2 months, 60 days is too long, because 1 day in politics is a very long period of time, and it can change a lot. So in my view, Mwangi Kiunjuri is sending a clear warning to William Samoei Ruto. And another person who is helping Ruto to break Kenya Kwanza coalition could be Rigathi Gachagua, his running mate. Rigathi Gachagua has been seen clearly in every rally mentioning the name of UDA candidates, but forgetting that this is not a UDA rally, it is a Kenya Kwanza coalition rally. He does not differentiate between a UDA rally and the Kenya Kwanza coalition rally. Because he has been a DO, a man of rule, whereby his word becomes the law. When a man of order, you give order and people have to follow the order. That is Rigathi Gachagua. He does not understand in politics there is give and take. In politics, you have to compromise for you to win. In politics, you have to accommodate other people's views in as much you don't necessarily agree with them. As long as you are not ready to accommodate these people, as long as you're not ready to tolerate these people, as long as you are not ready to work with these people, my friend, that coalition cannot stay. Coalition is very delicate, but Rigathi Gachagua does not understand that. That's why for him, he wants to campaign for the UDA candidate so that in return from Mount Kenya region, at least when he gets somewhere, he can tell William Ruto, you see, I delivered for you on table. These are the number of the people I delivered from Mount Kenya region on UDA ticket. I think that is what Rigathi Gachagua is trying to do. But in return, what he don't know, he is breaking this coalition at the expense of his own interest of bringing more elected seats on UDA ticket. And Rigathi Gachagua could be focusing on beyond 2022. He might be focusing on getting to the ballot sometimes later in 2027 and 2032. I know what Mount Kenya, and we know them. His focus is not on Ruto. He did not go to work with Ruto because he wanted to help Ruto. He went there for individual and personal gain. For him, he's preparing his presidential bid for 2027 and 2032. So that when he walks out from Ruto, he will have more people elected moving with him. That is his target. But the worst is to break Kenya Kwanza coalition. I don't know what you think about this, but that's my view. Otherwise, thank you so much for listening to me up this far. May good God bless you, and see you in our next video.